Hey, everybody. Oh, gotta do some rearranging here. Hold on. Bring some closer down. Okay, hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Woo! Get things adjusted. Hi, everybody. How's my friends doing? Today we're going to be painting. We're back on the Feral Ghoul. Really quickly, make sure the microphone's working. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. I did my very first Star Trek Vegas convention, and I was able to break out the Borg costume. If you guys haven't seen that, you guys can see it on Instagram. I posted it there. I think I posted a couple pictures here too on the on YouTube. Ebat Works mask and props. Hi, good morning. You got Jesse, you got Kathy, you got Becky here going ape. You got Kevin. And Ibat Works mask and props. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Yes, we're going to be painting the my Feral Ghoul. I was working on it for a while, and I was pushing to get it done. Hey Ted, our young maker in Elko won the third year in a row, and he made a Batman. It was, oh my God, which Batman, Becky? Which was it? The Ben Affleck Batman or the what's the other guy? The other British actor that played him. Yeah, he was so talented. This Becky going in costume was talking about a young man who lives in Elko, and he's just loves making things, and he's super crafty. And he just went, and Elko was like his first convention, and he made all his Ghostbuster stuff by scratch and cardboard. It was just so remarkable. And of course, he's young, and he just keeps building and learning. So every year he gets better and better and better. So Becky and I both really liked him. We kept our eye on him. We're just like, oh, this kid is going to be something. And lo and behold, Becky, did you take pictures? Did you get any pictures of his Batman outfit? If so, please send those to me. That's awesome. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. We're like, Becky and I were like, he's got some mad skills. Oh, I'll send you pictures later. He made a cape that zipped over the costume and made it so that flying squirrel. That's because he can sew. And I told that kid, I said, half the battle is he already starts off with sewing. He knew how to sew really well. I said, pick up the crafting part will be easy. I said, I start with crafting. I can't sew. And I want to get trying to look at my daughter's a sewing machine, but it's broken. And I want to get a heavy duty one because most of the sewing I want to do is webbing. I want to do a lot of sewing with webbing, and I just want to start with webbing. I think if I get good with webbing, I'll move my way up. But I'm just going to get a good steady machine I can sew webbing with. Like, so I'm like, I'll get an old Singer, but I'm like, I'll talk to you more about this, Beck, because I want to get me a decent machine that can sew webbing. He has to complete an adult complete an adult next year. Oh my God, exciting. Because he's really young, right? He's not in the adult class yet. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. We digress. We got excited. Talking conventions. Anyway, I went to do Star Trek convention. It was a blast. Creation Entertainment's the one that runs that. And apparently there was a change of management. So there's people taking over who haven't done it before. So it was a lot of stuff was a little clunky this year. But I still had a good time, and I was able to bring my board costume. But I was able to bring the board costume and the alterations. And here's something I learned really quickly as a cosplayer. Most people are probably smarter about this than I am because I don't travel with costumes that much. But I was packing up, and since I wasn't going to have a booth, and it was just down, it's just a Vegas. It's like a 45-minute flight for me. I grabbed a Foot Locker, and I was able to squeeze the Bork costume into 2 Foot Lockers. And luckily, inside the Foot Locker, I always travel with a repair kit, like a little repair kit. Because I always think at convention, somebody goes, "Oh no, something's wrong with my costume," and if somebody comes to the booth, I'd like to have it there for them, if in case something goes wrong. Um, so lo and behold, I'm in the hotel room Sunday morning, getting ready to wear it, and the straps on my legs with the snaps or something like that, one comes completely unthreaded, and the other one just breaks. I'm just like, I'm in the costume. I'm like half of it. I'm half in the costume, and I'm like, oh man. And all of a sudden, luckily, in my recare, I had some barge and a brush, and so I literally took contact cement and took the strapping and just glued it. Got rid of the snaps. I'm gonna fix it all, change everything. I'm gonna do Velcro from now on the legs so they can be adjustable, because the snaps are kind of, once you do snaps, they're kind of permanent, and I don't have the be able to change the height. So I ended up gluing this, and I kept thinking, thank God I had my repair kit with me in the hotel room, because I would have been screwed. I would have been walking around with the thighs would have been hanging onto my knees, I would have been flopping around, and so I was really upset. So I was able to fix the costume because I had my repair kit with me in the hotel room. So again, always bring stuff to fix your costume with. Oh yes, it's always good. Ebat says it's always good to hear about young people. Yeah, right. Here's the thing what's so funny, guys, is that I. Hey Neil, man. Good morning, man. I got a little bit of a hangover. I was my birthday party last night. We had officially my birthday is August 13th, but we did a celebration on Saturday. And we did. My wife and I always like doing themes, and so I did a gangster theme, like a mob, and I made a sign. I have a sign. I made like Ted's joint, and it's all lit up, and it was fun. It was a big hit, and I'm surprised. I didn't drink as much as I normally do, so I'm pretty good. So, but it was good. So and Neil was with us last night, and my friend Jinx, who I adore, who lives really far, and she made the drive to come out, and she gave me an old birdhouse, not birdhouse, like a squirrel house I wanted. She was gonna get rid of it. She had it. She gave it to me. So, yeah. So I'm like, cool. So I'm gonna clean that thing up, look through it, and I'm gonna hang it in a tree, and try to entice a squirrel to live in it. So we'll see. Oh. But no, it was great, and great stock track. I did the costume contest. It was crazy because, yeah, me too. I'm unemployed right now, so I'm gonna do some things, get this thing going, get back on my Twitch stream, and in a couple of days, I'm gonna pick a day when she's a good day for her, and I'll drive out and go spend some time with her. I want to see her place. We keep talking about it, and now's the time to do it. So, Monster with signs. Yep, that's it, Becky. I'll show. I got pictures of it. I'll show it to you guys later. But anyway, let's get down. Oh, dude, you got a Spirit Halloween? Is it already set up? Daniel's got heading to Spirit Halloween. I love Spirit Halloween. I usually go for their props. Again, not to get on a soapbox, but in the beginning, they used to have amazing rubber props like hammers, ball peen hammer, like, and then they got kind of cartoony. Some are kind of silly. Some are like really good. And the reason I buy them is because I clean them up and modify them, and so I can use them for movie props. And so I have a bat. I bought like a bat one time. It was like a silly like circus bat, and I bought it and painted it to make it look like a real bat. So, but I have all these rubber bats and stuff I collected because they're just great things to have as props. Anyway, sorry, I keep getting distracted. Let's show you what I'm doing. There they are. They're the hands. We're going to start with paint. Oh, where's the feet too? Got my feet. Oh, do the feet still have the zippers in them? Hold on. Here they are. I got them. These, I have to say, these are my favorite part of the costumes. I went ahead and bought some zippers. I have not installed them yet, but I'll tell you guys really quickly. Some short zippers. I just need to stitch some fabric on them, get a little bit more width on them so I can glue them in. And this is, I've discovered, when getting a costume, there's a little hoop on the shoe. So I made a little extender on it, so when I go to put the costume on, if I don't have a shoehorn, I just grab this. I grab my foot, slide into it, and keep this upright, right? Just slide into it, what holds it up, and then once it's in, you grab the zipper, and you zip your, I'm gonna have a zipper on this so you can zip this up closed. But yeah, anyway. These look great. So I'm going to start with painting the hands and feet today. Let's see how far we can get on them, all right? Let's start with the hands. Set these guys aside. Oops, sorry guys. Wow, scary. Let's get you guys a little closer. Right, there we go. That's a ticket. All right, tell you what, let's put these guys back in the shoes before I lose them. And I have some Plaid Effects, which I know I use this up a lot because I have tons of it, but they stopped making it. So I don't want to mislead people and show them all these things to do with. You can use anything with just basic good acrylic paints, but I just have a lot of this stuff and I want to use it. And since I have it, let's use it, right? So let me get a brush here and a stir stick, and I got some brown. We're gonna add a. It's like an off-white. I like this stuff. Man, it's really thick, isn't it? All right, that's all right. Little dab. Yeah, there you go. Like that. And what I've, let me grab that window too real quick. The Plaid Effect stuff, you can thin it really well with a window cleaner. And notice one thing about this when they came out with this paint, I think the paint didn't sell that well for two reasons. I think they could have described, I hooked up with them and to promote their products, so I really liked the paints they had, and they didn't tell me that you could airbrush this stuff. So I made this big long video about using it with a brush and this and that, and they go, "Oh, you can airbrush it." I'm like, "What? You didn't tell me that." So you can airbrush this stuff by thinning it down with a window cleaner, and when you get thinned down with window, it's really great. It's super durable too. But I think that, and also it was expensive. It was really pricey. People just had a little trouble with it, but I really liked it. But you can thin this down, so I'm going to add a little window cleaner to this because it's a little thick. But I don't want to get too wet. I just want to get it down because we're going to paint it with use a brush. We're going to do a combination of with a paintbrush and then airbrushing. Right? But I just realized too, I want to get a cup of coffee. I have it. I left it downstairs. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to top it off. I'll be right back. So please, 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 please stand by. Becky said, I bought the Elko banner, and now I don't. Oh, what'd you buy? Oh, you bought mine? You bought Ted's. Oh, Becky. Oh, Beck. I bought the Elko banner, and now I don't know what to do with it. It's funny, Beck, because that's the first thing I get at cons and they make these banners and Pete and I used to feel bad because I always wanted to take one with me. One time I took one. We made one for some con, and I liked it a lot. And I took it, and then it was for Ultimate Cosplay Championship. It was one in Florida, and I got a banner with me as Vampire D, and I took it. And they're like, "Hey, man, can we have that back?" I'm like, "Really? What are you guys gonna do with it?" So I give it back to them. No sugar. No sugar in my coffee, just cream. Coffee and cream. I like cream, not milk. People goes, "Oh, you want?" I go, "I like cream." They go, "Oh, you mean milk?" I'm like, "No, cream." If you don't have it, then just say milk. But yeah. Someone else bought my banner. Oh, Becky, it's fantastic. Oh, so nice. Casey Renee posted a picture of our stamp from that banner. Like, look. Morning, Kathy. How you doing? All right. Dedic Visions. Again, guys, I'm great with foam and bad with names. Is that Dedrick Visions? Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining us. We're painting Feral Ghoul fingers. So let's get to it. Oh, sorry. Becky, trust me. I can't wait to go back to Elko. They're good people. It's fun. I mean, I understand they have rotations. They want to bring different people out, but I had such a good time because everybody was just genuinely really into it. I love cons that are like new and not so huge, so you can have a little more intimate moments with people. The first year I went with that girl from Scream, the cheerleader. She was a hoot. I think she was kind of like, wait, what's this? What do we do? Like, I could tell she was very new at the con circuit. Like, she was like, how's this work? Like, I don't think anybody's going to show up for this. I'm like, oh, you haven't done a lot of cons, lady. I said, especially in the movie you're in, Scream, it's like a cult classic. And now I followed her on Instagram, and now it's like she's all over the place now. I think she finally tapped into that market. And she realized that, oh wait, there's people that want to talk to me and see me and ask me questions about the movie. Yes, it's very cool. We are mixing the color right now. I want to do like a off-white brownish color. Let me get a paper towel here. And we're going to paint these nails. I mean, yeah, I want the colors to be a little bit. Just want them a little bit different. You know what it needs? You know what it needs? It's a little yellow. That's what it needs. Hold on, let me get this color, the brownish color, to the point where I like it, and add a little bit of yellow to it. So it has a bit of a yellow tinge to it. It's funny, it's almost like a flesh base I look mixed up here right now. Oh, I sold my hammers. I sold my hammers and we got messy and turned it around pretty good. Oh, you were doing a hammer class, right, Becky? Like made foam hammers or something like that? It's like a class thing you're doing? Which is cool because, guys, Becky lives close, so she's able to bring stuff in for workshops, which I think that's great. People always want me to do stuff. I'm like, yeah, but if I do that, you guys have to provide stuff because I can't travel with it. So I want to do Anime LA is coming up, and I want to hook up those guys again and set that thing up. I'm gonna get Peter in charge on that too, so I can have him kind of coordinate it all. But I think it'd be a fun thing to do at Anime LA. All right. Mix this up, and then yeah, let me get some yellow. What I'm mixing? Oh, here, sorry guys, overhead. Sorry. I'm mixing. Again, it looks like the same color. Practically is the same color. I'm gonna do this, but I want to paint these nails. With the intention of coming back and just dirty. I mean, I always like doing a lighter base first and then coming back with different colors on top of it. Yeah, I like this. I just want a little tab of yellow, I think, would make these look. And then I'm going to do all like dirty, grungy in the creases and stuff. And I'll probably do that with some brushes. Let me get some yellow. Oh, come on. When in doubt, heat it up. Yeah, works every time. There you go. Because what happens, you get paint. I always try to be clean about it. You think you're clean, and then paint gets on the edges, and it gets on your threads, on your lids, and it clogs up the works. Get that crap off there. Okay. So, not a lot of yellow. Let's do a little dab right here in the middle, right there. It's not, tell you what, let's do a little more yellow. A little more yellow. So what I do is I wipe my brush off before I stick it back in the yellow paint, because I want to get this color in my paint. Let's get a little more yellow. It's always good to creep up on a color you want to do. Like, you don't want to overdo it. I always find that you like to add just a little bit every time. I mix it and you see it for a little bit and it kind of dissipates a little bit. Let's go. Let's get a little more yellow. Just a little more. Right, okay. That might be it. Right? Just a little. Oh, I was getting ready for my party yesterday. We're doing this whole gangster theme, casino thing. And I thought last minute, I'm like, oh, hey, it'd be fun if we had like some fake money all over the place, like stacks of fake money. And, oh, I know, I'll just drive over to Party City. It's like I realized, oh, shit, they're out of business. They're gone. Like, it happens so quickly. Like, Party City is gone. Like, I don't go there, I didn't shop there often, but it'd be fun for occasional things I need really quickly. I would drive over and grab some stuff. And now you have to buy everything through frickin' Amazon. But, yeah, just Party City, gone. All right, this is perfect. This is the color I wanted. It's like a yellowish, pale. So we're going like this. And we're going to paint our fingers. I'm painting the nails. And I made a lot of it because I'm going to paint all the toenails and the fingers. And it's like this. Yeah, I might want to get a finer brush here, Ted. Yeah, hold on. Let me get a bigger... This brush is a little heavy-handed. Let me switch some brushes. Oh, and Let's grab some water too, Ted, for your brushes, so paint doesn't dry. It's hey guys, real quickly, a little fun fact. When I went to Star Trek Vegas, I had my board costume. Of course, you guys were watching that, and I was able. Hey, Kevin. Oh wait, I didn't hear the alerts. I think I have this. I'm sorry, I had the sound turned off. Turn this up a little bit. Thank you so much, Kevin. Anyone catch the Alien show? Not yet. I want to. Everybody's like, hey, people wanted to talk to me about it at the party. I'm like, I haven't seen it. I'm a little nervous because to me it's like just trying to make something like that into a TV show franchise or like the Alien of the Week movie. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Becky's like, D minus. Becky, I know. I'm afraid I'm gonna feel the same. It's like, it's something that doesn't need to be a series. I don't mind if you do a show in the world of that timeline, do different stories, but they're not. They're gonna, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not particularly. Silva King good. But anyway, I digress. When I did my board costume, I had this old paint job on it, and you guys remember I put the glossy Mod Podge on it, like the luster, and it made it pop, and it looked all right. But then when I saw pictures of it from the convention, because I was rushing, I just coated everything, and it's a little too shiny for me. And so I realized I did my Battle Sister costume the same thing. I did some like really elaborate paint job, like realistic, because I think the Battle Sister would be like armored, so everything's like flat black with nicks and scratches and some rust and some dirt and grime, but everything's muted. It's like it looks great up close in person, but when you photograph it, you can't see it. And I realized that I need better pictures of this costume, so I'm going to go ahead and go back and like coat it all, but the gloss is too glossy and I didn't like it, so I ended up taking Mod Podge matte. I had this like matte finish, so the matte Mod Podge and the gloss, and I mixed them like in a 50-50 ratio, and did a couple test patterns, like a couple test parts, and it dried like a semi-gloss. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. So I ended up mixing the gloss and matte together to get that medium gloss, and it looks so much better. Let me show you. I grab a. Like this is the Battle Sister foot, and you can there's a sheen to it, but it's not too. It's a kind of a semi, like not as glossy. It's like it's got a semi sheen to it, but not overdone. And I really like it. So this is kind of like what I was going for. You know, it's not overly glossy. So I'm really wait, hold on. It's only one side's been done. I gotta finish the other side, Ted. My do list. Anyway, it was my test. But yeah, it looks so much better. So I'm gonna do the rest of the Battle Sister. Because just like the board costume, I built it, got it done, and I never really got any decent photographs of it. So my Halloween season died. DED. What happened, Becky? Now I see these shows that at least people are working. True, Neil. You're absolutely right. I see stuff working, just not here. Probably shooting in London. Like, well, it does. You know, some of this color I just mixed for the nails. It dries really well. It looks good when it's dry. So let me get a finer brush. I can paint these fingers a little bit more with control and accuracy. Like this guy right here. It's good, like a good brush. Here we go. Okay, fantastic. All right, and overhead. Like that. Can you guys see? The one thing I didn't do on these nails, I should have, is I took the rotary, the stone bit on the toenails and put these grooves into them, and I meant to do that on these fingers. I did not do that. So one thing that kind of got past me. So I'll probably end up doing it with paint. I'll just take some paint and do some streaks on them. Because again, when you're painting, I always find you work with the lightest color first, and we'll do some darker washes on top of it. My plan is to do like a, get this like this and do like a little bit of a dark wash in the corners and stuff, and then we'll come back with the airbrush and start doing some reddish and purplish around the nails. And I'm also going to take a brush with a darker wash and go between these knuckles and fingers. I might do it with the airbrush. I don't know. I'm not that skilled. I want to maybe do it with the airbrush. But since the cracks and crevices are there, I think the wash would really help, because it will fall in the cracks and crevices. It's one of those things where if you have detail on the actual pieces you're working on, the paint kind of runs into it. It practically paints it. The more detail you have on something, it practically paints itself. So when you're making something like this, yeah, definitely. A combination of two things are happening. Like, I want to get the flesh tones right, but then I want to make the hands dirty too. You want to kind of like a dirty, grimy look to them as well. Speaking of grimy, I was watching my family, my wife and Dorothy. They both love watching Pirates of the Caribbean, so they don't see it for a while. They rewatch them, and I just, every time I watch that show, I forget the level of makeup on that show and how everybody is just grimy and dirty, and their teeth are like just grimy teeth, like, and their grimy skin, and their teeth are all brown, and it just looks so natural. And being a person in production like myself, being on set, when people watch that, they take that stuff for granted. You don't realize the work it takes to make it look natural, because they're not really dirty. It's all makeup, and they do it quickly. These people show up in the morning and sit down in a makeup chair, and these guys dirty them up every day, and they have to be consistent. The dirt has to look the same. It can't be overly dirty or dirty more one day, unless it's like this whole method to making people look the same every day, because they're shooting things out of sequence. And to make somebody look naturally dirty on a daily basis is a trick. And every time I watch Pirates, it's like the makeup is just top notch. Everybody is just, they all look like they smell. It just it's such a great thing. And yeah, just remarkable. I'm sure there's a technique for doing it, but I had a friend of mine, Cato, tell me about it. I made some notes because I want to make a post-apocalyptic movie thing, and I just remember thinking, I really want those people to look dirty. The dirtiness of everything looks great. All right, here's our nails. Again, it's hard to tell, but they look. Hold on. Probably better. Can you see any difference from here? A little bit. You can see the slight yellow, right? So these guys over here let this dry. Becky says, between the loss of Joanne and a roller coaster tariffs, the other things, I had a dead Halloween commission season, at least I could prepare for next year somewhat. We have some. Oh, I didn't think about that. You're right, Becky. Dancing's forbidden. That's right. Footloose. Mm. Hey, Modifier. What's up, my friend? Hey, guys, a big shout out to my friend, the Modifier, in chat today. How are you, buddy? Oh, man. I am slightly recovering from my birthday party last night. I have pictures I'll be posting later today. I am painting some fingernails. I'll mix up a color. Oh, tequila. Oh, can you? Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Happy birthday. No worries, guys. It's like I am 62. I got 5 more years, and I'm retiring. I am done. Well, done. Here's the thing is so funny when I say retire. I mean retire for. I'll still work, and I'll still work for other people. Is that I'll be able to work and get all my bennies and take jobs at the same time. Because if I retire now, they want you to retire and not work. And I'm like, well, I can't do that. But they go, well, you're living, and this thing pisses me off. They keep moving the year and the barometer because I remember my dad was like 60. I think if you were 60, you could retire. Like, but no, we don't want you enjoying anything. We want you to wait till the bitter end when you're really, really old and you can't do as much. Like assholes. So, anyway, 67 is the age I'm going to retire. And it depends. I know with the economy and everything going to hell in a handbag, but we'll see. Because I have a feeling that things are going to turn around because this administration won't last forever. It is already starting to fall apart. So, let me get this. Yeah. Look at that. Get this. Get underneath the nails. This stuff too. The paint. Oh, I already did the inner nails, right? Check. Good. Get a hair dryer. Let's do that. See, look at that. Nice. I can once you get that wash on it and weathering, it's gonna look good. Hey, really quickly, the modifier says I had my 40th 4-year anniversary yesterday. Oh, fantastic! Congratulations, my friend. That's fantastic. That's a big one. Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. A question for the room. What is your favorite Disney princess? What? Okay, Kevin. Where are you going? Where are you going with this, man? I'm 78 and I'm still working on my own. And Ted's project. That's right, brother. Working on my stuff. I love it. Yeah, let me take this. These guys, make sure they look good. You know, get a hair dryer real quick to speed this up. All right, let's see these guys let these dry, and we'll go into the feet. Yeah, see, I can see the grooves. Oh, so much better. You did some of those guys, right? Or do you these and not the other ones? Anyway, okay. Thanks for remaking. What are you referring to, Becky? What are you talking about? Oh. Go ahead. Paint the feet. I'm realizing I saw a print ad for the new Fallout show, and I'm like, oh crap! So I gotta look at the release dates because I want to have this costume done by that time. So I'm realizing I gotta get. That's why I had to stop to fix that boar costume. And I always find that when I'm doing streaming stuff, it's always like if something just pops up, I just go ahead and just do it anyway on stream because it's kind of sporadic. But I definitely want to get this guy done. Because when Fallout comes, I want to break this costume out. And again, I don't know where I'm going to wear it at, but I am going to do LA Comic Con is coming up. I'm going to hang out and take my friend Steph, Desert Rose Cosplay, and she's going to be she's in the process of relocating here in Los Angeles. And I'm excited because her new job has got her landed here, and we get along. I really like her. She's very talented, so we want to do a collaboration. And I said, well, I got this Battle Sister costume. I want to do a photo shoot. She was like, I got an idea. Why don't you let's just break the costume out and go to LA Comic Con with it. I'm like, oh crap, that is a good idea. So I like the fact that I can just be in my street clothes and she can dress up. I'll be her handler. Oh, she has all that. I realized something. The Battle Sister has this like stuff on their sleeves, and they have this like skirt thing that hangs in the back and front. And I need to get that because my friends had it, but we have to remake that. All right, let these toenails dry. But look at it. I can tell you, I'm probably gonna need a second coat on these guys. Let this dry first, and then we'll do a second coat on these fingernails. Oh, fantastic, Becky. Hey, Becky, you're here. I've been having, not to get on the rumor mill, I just want to get some facts, but I have a lot of people complaining about Fanatics treating their cosplayers well. And there's a couple top-notch cosplayers talking about it, and I want to know if you had any kind of heard people talking about that. I was like, because this is weird thing happening right now. I mean, not now. It's always been happening, but sometimes these conventions just are screwing over the vendors, are screwing over the guests. It's just I mean, it gets to the point where I always kind of treat conventions like movie making. There's movies that people get together and make independent films, and they all get together because they love making movies, and it's not about making money; it's about making a good movie. And then the side aspect of you end up making a movie because the passion shows, and ends up working out. And then it gets to a point where these big guys that come in for the big money grab, and you do that for a while. After a while, people just kind of see through it, and you lose the momentum because people can only take so much abuse, I guess, over time. The people who did that and have left. Oh, the people who used to have left are Vilma and Elko have taken over the contest. She and the others are working on guesting on their end. It's not over. Okay, good. It's funny because that's what I've been hearing. That they're phasing things out. Good. Yeah, 'cause it's like that's like when I went to the convention right now. I went to. It's like I didn't have a terrible time. It's just it was a little chaotic, and then people that were helping me were like, "Oh yeah, well, it's because it changed management." Everybody's like, "We're sorry." Like everybody was very nice and very accommodating, but they're just saying that people have changed titles, and there's some guy who's doing the job of 3 people when he should only be doing this job. But he's a bit of a control freak, so he's not delegating things out to people. And it's like, All right, but you know, people have to learn. You know, they learn. That's how it goes, right? But yeah, I'm gonna get a hair dryer and speed these guys up a little bit. It's like the same thing with Anime Expo for me was that it was so amazing this year when I went uh, because again it was better because it changed management and the people who were in charge had a better idea how to run a convention and they did a fantastic job and I was having such a blast and it was so organized. Sorry guys, I'm looking for something. There it is. Because Anime Expo got such a bad reputation over the years for being the line con. You'd be in line for like hours. It took forever. And this year, everything went smoothly and nobody was waiting in lines. It was. I was just really impressed. And that's because people said, yeah, it changed management. And it showed because it definitely was not what it was. I used to go and I stopped going because it was just such a nightmare. All right, now I'm going to paint the bottom of the toes. Yep, sorry, gotta get this. Paint the bottom of the toes. Put another color in there. Like that. Got that. Oh, catch up with chat really quick. Becky says it was a hot mess on all sides, and I had some reasons of my own for agreeing to judge the contest. You know, so I used to be able to tell when the Anime Expo was seeing by seeing the cosplays, shaped sunburns from standing in line. Oh my god, dude! It was that was a weird thing where this year apparently they had you just ordered your tickets online and they come in the mail, kind of like we do with Dragon Con. And I was like, they by doing that cut down the lines, and then when people showed up, they let them in. And they had, for all you people that don't know, this LA Convention Center is this huge convention center in downtown LA, and that's where they hold it. And there was this big bottleneck in the main entrance, so you would have all these people trying to get in, this giant line. And when I went this year, what they did was they made that an exit. That main entrance is an exit. You can't enter, you can exit, but you can't go back in. They had the entrance on the side, so it flowed the traffic. and it really made it. And also, people had their tickets online. They showed up. They came in, so everything ran smoothly. And I know for a fact because when I wasn't working or judging, I walked the con on Friday afternoon. On Friday, walked around the floor, and then walked the con floor on Saturday as well. And it was so easy to walk around. I was like, "This is amazing!" It was so like really impressive to walk around and see how I can get through. They had at every intersection they had signs showing you where everything was at on a map, and they had gentlemen holding signs, that's big tall signs. It said "Ask me." So if you got lost or didn't have any questions, you can ask those guys and they would tell you. And I think they had walkie talkies too. So if they didn't have the answer, they could at least get it for you. So I was like, wow, that's a lot of preparation. And with that happening, I could not wait to tell people about it because I know they said the attendance has been low because of all the hassles they've been having over the years. And I think that once the word gets out that these guys have got this under control now, that it's going to pick back up again. So much that if they don't, because they brought me out as a judge, but I really want them to bring me as they call them like cosplay senpais. Is that this cosplay senpais are people that get a booth, you set up and you can do little workshops and talk to people. So I want to talk to them for next year and be a cosplay senpai where I won't judge. I'll just have a booth, hang out and do workshops and stuff. And but I want to make something anime based. I had my Vampire Hunter D, and I rocked that. But I thought about if I want to do something anime based for next year. I mean, cosplay's cosplay, but it'd be fun to do something. I'm just trying to think what I could do that I love that's anime. Oh, here, a second. Let's do it. Is that second coat? Do I do a second coat on these fingers? Wait, hold on. I'm just losing track, guys. I'm just talking and painting. I think that's it. I think that's good. Let me hit it with a hair dryer. I almost put my paintbrush in my coffee. Wah, wah, wah. How many people have done that one, right? Put your paint in coffee. Yeah, this is looking good. Here's the thing. My paint techniques over the years, I usually would just do like a big wash and call it done. But I'm realizing something. I love all this modeling and stuff that I would do in the Tim Gar, all the spattering technique, all that different colors you can see in it, the spattering. I don't want to hide that. I work so hard. If I do a wash on that, you're just gonna hide all that, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to accent things, and it's me pushing myself out of the comfort zone. I'm going to start doing things with washes and stuff. So I'm going to do it with the let these toenails dry, and then we're going to mix up some colors. I might do like a little bit of wash on the knuckles and things. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to accent the knuckles and little wrinkles in the toes. I'm going to do that with a brush. These guys are so much better with airbrushes than I am, but I'm going to use this do the same thing with the hands. I'll mix up a kind of a darkish color, a dark fleshy color, I guess, something like a darkish, like what is it, like a brownish red or something like that. For the knuckles, because I'm thinking more like not fleshy so much as dirt and grime, because it's fallout. These guys, he's walking around outside and his dirty feet, right? So I want the fleshy feet, but I want I'll probably do some darkening on it and then come back in. I'm definitely going to airbrush darken this, like all this, like edge of the feet, make it all dirty and dark, because these feet would definitely be dirty. But let's start with the flesh tones first, and then we'll add the dirt later. But let's start with the wrinkles in these guys. Let me think about the color I want to use for that too. Let's do that. A little reducer here. Let's get a little couple. Oh, get a little water. Get some reducer. That. Let's pick some colors. We got violet vascular. I really like. Let's do. Yeah, we're gonna use some airbrush paints, but I'm gonna apply it with a brush. So we're gonna mix up some paints here. You know, I don't know. I think that's a lot. Hold on, let me get a smaller cup. I want this to be more concentrated. Hold on. Just, yeah, split the difference here. Just a little dab. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Let's add a little violet vascular with that. Let's see what we get here for a color, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nice. All right. Let me get a brush. Let's get a fine brush. Let's get a little bit finer than what I normally. Yeah, right here. All right, guys. Let's see what this is going to look like. This is a test run. This is still a little wet. Hold on. I can still see how shiny this is. All right. Oops. This is really thin. So let's see if we can just go like this. Let's go in the knuckles and wrinkles like this. It's very faint, but it's not bad. So again, very, very subtle. Again, I can tell you right now, this is cool, but you can definitely layer multiple. It's like this, kind of like the same thing that Tim did in the beginning of the video, with spattering stuff. Is like doing this, but doing multiple colors of different variances of things. Like it's very faint, but it works. Like that. I'm typically going to have to get back in here with an airbrush and do some like darkening, some spots. Like a nice little wash almost. It's funny because you guys, it's like what I see here and in front of me, and also what you see in the video cameras is completely different. Yeah, like that. There you go. You know, I wonder. Let's see if we can shoot this through an airbrush. See what we can do with that. We could probably airbrush and then come back in later with a brush and pump out these corners. Because I like this color. Like if the color's on the knuckles and stuff more, then come back in with a darker color, a little bit thicker, and then just paint the lines in. Yeah. So let's hair dry this real quick. Yes, I'm making this up as I go. Daniel says, this looks scary. Thanks. My feet are looking scary. So let's get this going. Let me get paper. Something. Oh, there's some foam core. Oops. There you go. Okay. Check. I kind of see. It's hard. It's so hard to see in the video, guys. Hold on, let's kill this for a second. There, can you see a little bit better, maybe? Kind of see it coming in. It's hard to see. Over here, just, mhm. Oh, okay, I need some blues, some reds maybe. Tell you what, let's. I'm trying to do a assembly line thing. Let's bony and swollen, right? Hold on, let me turn this guy up for a second. Hey guys, really quickly, let me move these feet down. I mean, it's getting there. I mean, it's here. Let's see what it looks like in this camera. I didn't mix. I'm experimenting with colors right now. Like, they're all right. I mean, they just need a lot more color. I'm gonna do the same thing with these guys too, right? I'm just gonna do get the airbrush, kind of go around the corners. But definitely want to mix up. Sorry, overhead. Go. Yeah, this paint's so thin. It's one of the things you have to kind of do, like one coat, let it dry, and we'll come back and hit it again. Because I like the reddish on the nails. Let that dry a little bit more. And again, this is mixing two different colors. I got me, this is the Bloodline Surgery Sienta and one drop of Vascular, Bloodline Vascular, which I might do the Vascular on some, like, do some veins or something up on the hands or arms or something with that. But yeah, let this dry a little bit. We'll hit it again. Becky's saying jagged nails bothers a lot. Let's see what these guys look like. Yeah, I guess this, I'm sorry guys, the light just blows everything out. But again, I have to think about what I've experienced before with the Battle Sisters. Like, what looks good is always going extreme with the colors. I'm really kind of like, I'm a little timid with the colors because I don't want to put too much because you can't take it off. So whatever I put on, I'm doing something very, very light so I can see it as it's coming together. Because my fear if I go too heavy on anything, because that's how I used to paint. I just go big and heavy, especially on props. It's super easy. You can just dirty up props and add little accents with oil paints and things. I have a little bit more comfort and control painting props. But doing something like this, I'm a little out of my comfort zone, but I still want to do it. I have a friend, Graham, who's phenomenal. He's really good at monster painting and stuff. I'd have him paint these things up. He could do it like in no time. But I need to learn to do this So, yeah, this is good. I'm gonna probably do one more coat around the nails with this color. I might do a little bit between the fingers. Well, the fingers, I'm looking at like that may more be grimy. I don't think it needs to be much. I'm trying to look at my hands and the colors. There's so much. Yeah, there's like these veins and stuff. But yeah, the nails are. This is so great. 2mm foam is the best stuff ever, guys. It really is super durable. And this is rubber coated. All this stuff is coated with that rubber, so it's gonna be a little more durable too. And I love the feet. The feet are great. All right. Let's hit this. Let's hit these fingers one more time. Because with the thinner it is, the only way to get the coat is not to go too heavy. You have to do. Come on. Hold on. Is it clogged? What's going on? Where's my paper towel? Okay, let me adjust this brush real quick. It's just coming out slowly. Yeah. That's good. Let's go underneath the fingers, maybe. Get that somewhere in there. Do insides. So, see, more fleshy, like in between the fingers, like this, right here, like there, like this. What's interesting, guys, this color I mixed is so thin, and it's just the mileage you get out of this stuff is so, and it's amazing. Like I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna run out. Like I still got plenty left. Let's come back here on the wrist here to me. All right. Mm-hmm. A little more here, maybe a little. We're definitely going to mix some. Let's get a. I like this color. Let me have an idea. Let's see. Let's dump this in here. And let me get some red. Let me get some. What's this? This is Bloodline Infected Pink. No, let's do. What do we got here? This is Coagulated Crimson. I like this. Let's do that. Let's do Coagulated Crimson on the nails here. I want to. Let me do that. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get some clean water. I'm using this dirty water here real quick. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Oh wow, it's 10:30, 10:24. It's starting to come together. I'm digging it. I think the same technique we did with the spattering. I think the same thing with airbrushing, different colors. There's a lot of modeling going on here. The hand, again, it's hard to see, guys. Again, yeah, it's so faint. I'm gonna go get some red. I'm gonna airbrush some red on the top of the nails a little bit, just really hints of red on airbrush on the toes and the nails, and then I'm gonna come back in with some acrylic washes. I'm gonna do with a brush. I'm a little bit more controlled with a brush than I am with an airbrush. The airbrush is looking good. I just think once I add a little bit more color, I can see what I need to add. But I really want to start doing the wrinkles on the. You guys can see them, so I'm gonna mix up some color with a brush, a little bit thicker, because the airbrush paint is good, but it's too thin. It just is super thin, so I have to do multiple coats to see it. So I'm just gonna go mix up some acrylic wash color, a little bit darker, and go back in and paint these wrinkles on the knuckles more. Get that done, and they can look at it and kind of see what's coming in. They can start to focus on what else needs to show. But I want to do that, and I want them to be like dirty knuckles. So mustard yellow. Put it on. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little. I'm trying to go with like dirt, like a brownish, like a brownish black almost, more like a darker brown. So it's like, I don't want to go black. Black's a little bit too much. I want to do like a brown on that. So, but yeah, it's getting there. Let me get some clean water. Oops, sorry. Get that going. Some clean water. The feet look. Keep track of these feet too. So once I do that wash, I'll do the same thing. I'll do the hands and the feet and the little knuckles, and then we'll start thinking about all the different colors I want to do with the airbrush. Oh, Neil, I'm the same thing. I know a little bit of the airbrush, but I don't do a lot of monster painting with it. So I'm getting there. Like for the fading stuff like that, I'm okay with it, especially on props and things and whatnot. But yeah. There's Oof. When I was at the Star Trek convention, there's some guys, some Klingons that were cool, and that's one thing I really wanted to do was a Klingon, like their armor. I like their armor. It's really there's I could really do a lot of that stuff out of foam. There's some fabric stuff underneath it. I would definitely have to do some research on that, but I would love to make a headpiece, sculpt myself a headpiece to wear, and but I would make it like a latex thing with hair already in it, so I could just slip it on, slip it off. And I would do like a gray. My Klingon would be because I would do a Klingon to match my beard. So I have a big thing of Klingon hair, but I want it to be all gray. I just want to be an old Klingon. I thought that'd be fun. So again, food for thought. All right, let me get some fresh water. I'll be right back, guys. Please stand by. I'm back. Sorry, I bumped the stop button on Twitch. Hope it's still working. Yeah, still okay. Still good. Okay, fantastic, guys. Sorry. Ted would make a handsome Klingon. Thank you. I'm working on it. It'd be a fun one to do. There's some. I'm sure some people out there have like the patterns and because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them at Star Trek convention, and what intimidated me was I didn't want to do one because they all speak Klingonese, and people are like, a lot of people don't speak Klingonese. The hardcore guys do, but not everybody. So I thought, cool, because I would love to do a Klingon, and I want to do. I would make. There's a pistol. I'd love to have a pistol. I would love to do. Oh, thank you. The board was pretty awesome. Thanks, Becky. I made it decades ago, and I waited that long to put it out. And when I pulled it out, there's a ton. You know how you look at things and you're like, how you build things so much differently now. I'm like, things I've learned over the years. Like, what was I thinking? But I didn't know better. All right, we're gonna start making a wash. I have some black here. Let me shake this stuff up. Is there something? Yeah, because usually there's something. Come on. This guy, is there something inside here? For big bottles of paint like this, sometimes I'll take a nut, like I'll take a nut and throw a nut in there, so there's a little piece of metal that bounces around and stirs things up. And I thought there was something in here, but I don't know if there is. So if there's not, let me grab a nut really quick so I can throw it in the paint so I can mix it up. Ugh, come on. This is like an oxidized black I want. This is a really good color. Let me just throw something in here so I can, yeah, hold on guys. Let me show you what I'm up to here real quick. Overhead. All right, guys, for bottles of paint like this, I usually like get a nut like that and just drop it in there like that. And that nut I know is going to shake around when I shake it. And the same thing with this guy too. Yeah, this cap broke. It fell off the table and broke. So now let me throw this guy in. Yeah. Ooh, it's thick. I don't even hear it rattling. There it goes. There it goes. All right. I just find it helps to have something in there. Because the paint has a tendency to settle at the bottom. You can tell. It really needs to be... Oh, man. It's crap. It's getting all in my hand. But this color is really... I like this color a lot. So I'm going to thin this down. And it's something to use to go between the knuckles. I was thinking about mixing these two together, but I think this color by itself may be good. Here. We can do the first pass with this. I'm going to stop leaking. Damn it. It is leaking. There you go. Okay. Come on. Come on. I bought a bunch of steel bearings and paint stirrers last week later. And they were rusty and ruined. Some paints. Oh. You're absolutely right. I didn't think about that because metal is metal. It will probably rust if need be. So what, I guess you throw a rock, right? I guess the best thing to do is put a pebble or a rock. I bought a bunch of stainless steel balls and bearings for paint stirring. 1 week later, they were all rusty and it ruined some of the paint. Which paints you use, like the airbrush paints, something like that? Because I know they have something in the Oh, there it goes. I can hear it rattling. Go on. It was just a bad Amazon description, 100%. Non-stainless steel. Oh. Not stainless steel. All right, anyway, this is mixed up good enough. Let's drop it in here. Let me get a new cup. Let me just add water to it. Hold on. That's dark, right? So I like that, but I want a little bit of a hint of red to it. So I got my sienna here. Like that. There you go. And we'll go ahead and mix. Yeah, I wish I could see him buy a new cat for this guy. There we go. Then we mix him. Let's get a little water, right? There we go. Yeah, that's a ticket. Yeah, maybe it should use a little less water. We'll see. Let's get a finer brush too. I think these brushes I have right now are a little bit thick. Let's get a fine brush, because I just want to just do a real thin pass on these knuckle creases here and make them pop a little bit more. See what this looks like. Right. Let's get a fine brush. Ah, man, some of these small brushes need to be cleaned. I have some nice fine tip brushes that are just dirty. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on, guys. I can tell these are Tamaya. I'm going to get some alcohol and clean these guys real quick. I think that's all, yeah. Yeah, it was just Tamaya paint. Same with this guy too. Dirty brushes here. Like that. All right. All right, perfect. Okay. So here we go. Go some creases and knuckles like this, like that. See? Again, this will dry like a little transparent too. Just want to focus on the wrinkles. Like that. Like that. That'd be great too. I could go around these nails like this, guys. Yeah, like this. This paint's a little, no, it can't. Paint's a little on the thin side. I should have not added so much water to it, but yeah, I think it's still gonna work. Just gonna pump up these cracks and crevices. Again, I always tell people, I'm not much of a painter. I know people like Steve and those guys love painting. And Becky too. Becky loves painting. That is my least favorite thing to do. I do it because I have to. I definitely know how to because I got forced into it. The prop house when I worked at hand prop room, we had guys who were painters, and we would get so busy that the painter it's gotta get painted. Like, well, the painter's busy. Well, that's top. You paint it. Like, what? Like, this is going out today. I'm not a painter. Well, you paint it. So, and that's how I got to being painting, because they just would throw you in the mix, and you had to learn how to paint. I was like, I do not want to paint. Some wrinkles back here, some knuckles here, stuff like this, like that, some lines here, like that. These guys up here. I think about this. If I put this color through an airbrush, I might just shoot this color through an airbrush. That might do some more cracks and crevices and things. Alright. I know it looks a little cartoony right now. Once it dries, I'm definitely going to come back and beef up with some stuff and some airbrushing more, but this is not, it's kind of like what I wanted. I think it'll look different when it dries. This is definitely, let's call this like the couple passes, because it's going to definitely come back in with some different colors. But I like what's going on. I like how it's coming together. I am seeing it come, but I can definitely see the technique with the layering different colors, like a lot of brown, but I gotta get some blues in here too. Some blue hues and shading as well. I'm going to reach out to Cretex Paints, because I know they have, Tim Gore has his Bloodline, but he has this thing called Lifeline, and there's a bunch of great different colors in there too. I want to get access to those and play around with it. I think it's funny. Bill Duran told me a funny story. Like, he used to buy, like, get a toy gun, spray paint it black, and then dry brush silver. Like, ta-da! Looks great. And then his buddies, like, painted something and masked it into different colors and did 3 different kinds of different silver paints. And when it was all said and done, it was like, holy crap, that looks amazing. That's when you realize that it's not just 2 colors. The more colors you add to something, creates depth and life to it. It's like, it really does. Nothing's a solid color, like the skin or flesh. Like, when you start painting things, you're like, why does it not look real? Like, you realize all these different colors and hues in the human skin or props and things. There's all these different colors happening. So that's what gets to the point where the more colors you add to something, the more realistic it looks. And again, I'm still like still very new to it, the painting thing, but I understand the philosophy of it. It's getting to know what colors you know are missing. Like, you can look at something like Steven does this thing where he can mix colors. Like, I buy all these pre-mixed colors and you kind of mix them, but he just gets primary colors and he mixes his own colors. Like, he can see it, like, oh, this needs this, and he's like, it's like me when I build. I have an idea of what I want, and I start building it. And again, I'm not following the design. I have kind of the thing I want to build in my head. I may have a couple sketches, and when I start building it, as I build it, I can see what it needs. Like, oh yeah, it needs something needs to go here, and so yeah, it's kind of like I build like some people paint. I just kind of like, I add to it as I build to it. So, like I'm doing with these spacesuits I'm doing right now, they're coming together. But these, yeah, this is already looking better. Yeah, these hands look good. They're definitely, I know everything looks really, really sharp, and I like that, because I'm going to go back in with other colors and airbrush on top of these knuckles to kind of meld them in a little bit more. But I just want the lines to pop first. Do that first, and I can come back in with other colors. And if need be, I can go back over it again. But I just want to definitely get the knuckles showing first, and then we can airbrush different colors and things on top of those. Let's bring this up for you guys, right, like that. Let's do the feet real quick. Let these guys dry. Yeah, just like that. Same thing. Come here with this. Yep, these feet. These are literally the favorite part of my costume. Are these feet? They came out so well. It took a while because I had to make the toes individually and then cut them, round them, shape them. But that work pays off, because I'll be able to walk around in these comfortable shoes and my monster bare feet. There you go. do some streaks, these guys. These look great. Monster feet. There we go. Nice. Yeah, these toes look great. All right. All right, guys. Oops, sorry. Adjust this thing. We are at the point. Everything's looking good. Adjust me. Is this? Yeah, let's see if I fix this thing. There we go. Anyway, let's say adjust my sign. With some blues and whites and silvers. That's right, Daniel. I think, yeah, adding colors makes things more interesting. It really does. It's the feet, again, the modeling, everything on it is really cool. I just gotta, you guys can see it. They are kind of coming together. I have the flesh base, but there's stuff like I'm gonna do some veins and whatnot, airbrush them, get a little more like reddish browns. Wrinkles around the skin, but yeah, it's a thing you have to, and I can tell right now you do this and you have to do multiple colors. It's the same technique with spattering that we did. We have to do the same thing with the airbrushing, coming in with multiple colors. But yeah, this is great. I can tell you now, it's a slow process. So I think I just want to be painted and call it done. But the hands and feet are looking good. And then we'll add more colors. Let me grow a hand, show you the guys in here too. Let's see. Ta-da! Yeah, sorry. The hands, they're coming. They're definitely, you have the flesh color, but there needs to be more color. You can tell just by looking at it. Very pale, and I want to add some colors to him. I don't want to, I mean, granted, he's not super healthy, but I want to have some blues and some hues and reds and stuff. It's just the thing of deciding where to put it. Because you don't, it's like, everything has, like, when I was watching Tim Gore paint that rubber mask, he talks about why the colors of certain areas, like the blood goes here, there's less red on the top of the head because there's less skin, but there's more color down here, and there's more vascular stuff down here, and on the nose there's more of this. Like, understanding anatomy and understanding how the body works, and that's how it decides where the colors go. So with me, with hands, I'm trying to think where would it be to look realistic, because you just don't want to go willy-nilly and start painting all over the place, and then all of a sudden you look like something doesn't look right, because you're trying to figure out where the colors need to go. Like the knuckles and the fingers have to be highlighted. It's the stuff between them, and like you got to look at where the reddish and So I'm gonna definitely do some research and look at some like other people's hands, monster hands, and things what people have done with color. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on color and take a picture of some nice looking like monster hands and see what I could get from that as well to do painting. Daniel's like, well, that's it for today. Tingle with Fear. Thank you, Kathy. She's like, painting. Painting is awesome. I know, Becky. I'm getting there. I tried to buy some bearings at Lowell's once, and they did not have any. Don't stock them. I figure it's probably. It's probably smart. Yeah, I just threw a nut in there, so I'm sure that nut will probably rust, right? It's not stainless steel. Wait, is it? Let me see. Let me see what kind of nut it was I threw in there. Yeah, it's Harbor Freight, so I'm sure they're gonna rust. If need be, I can probably just shake them out of there. So, but right, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. It's a learning curve. I like the spattering, and I like there's. I can look at it right now. The color I put to it's cool, but I need more reds and blues. The red's not. It's not popping enough for me. The red needs to be a little more brilliant. There's that thing where if you put too much, you can't take it away. So magnets. Oh, magnets isn't a bad idea. I was glad I was able to modify a prop. I wanted to go spit on wings, so I got my wish. Yeah, I'll start looking for those stores start popping up. I love them. I always wait for them to be over. Here was the weird thing with Spirit back in the old days. When Spirit Halloween would close up, they would have all their stuff, and they do it clearance, and you come in there and get stuff half price. And I realized over the years that they don't do that anymore. When the stores shut down, they pack everything up for next year. Like, I think they changed their policy to where they used to probably like ship stuff there, and they said, well, we don't want to deal with it shipping or shipping back or whatever, so just go ahead and just do wholesale or do half price. But now, like when a Spirit Halloween store closes, I come in there, they're packing stuff up and putting it back in boxes. There's like no clearance at all. They're just packing stuff up. At least I went to in Burbank one time. I was like, oh crap, you guys are packing up. Like half the stuff they had was all the same price. I'm like, that's not what I wanted. Kathy says, hey, Ian, thanks for the lesson today. Take care next time. Thanks, Kathy. I don't know if I taught you guys that much. Just tell you how to paint cautiously. That's all I'm doing right now. Yeah, I really want to paint these, but I'm just like, I know what it lacks. Like I know what it needs. I'm just not comfortable doing it. So, because back in the old days, I would just do a wash and I'd wipe it off and go, that's good. And now I know I want to really kind of improve this because the flesh modeling, all the spattering really shows, looks great. And if I do a wash on it, it's just going to ruin it. So I don't know. I might. We'll see. Because even if I do a wash, that modeling will still show through. It's just what color wash would I put on there? You know? Anyway. Looking good. Getting there. All right, guys. Woo! Hey, everybody, real quickly. Hold on. Where's my... I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me today. And if you have... First time you've been watching this channel and you're into cosplay or into making or want to be crafting or making your own costumes and props, I am your person. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe. Tell your friends. I am at 195,000 subscribers, and I would love to get at least 200,000 this year. Well, more likely next year because it's going to be around the corner. For 2026, I want to try to get 200,000 subscribers. Get it up there, get it going, right? And if you guys are go to my website, eviltedsmith.com. I have numerous patterns. I've got my Mega Man helmet pattern. It's up, and I'm working on finishing up the video on the how to make the foam hands. I'm editing that right now because I want to make that a nice comprehensible video. So to show you guys how I made my foam hands to be able to do stuff like this. Because once this is all done and painted, the hand slides out, and because I do it like this, I can build on it, fabricate on it, and then paint it. And when it's all done, you take everything out, and you can put your hand right back into it. It's a very cool thing to have. So, yeah, it's turned out great. I'm really happy with this. All right. Less is more. Guys, right, thank you so much. I will catch you back next time right here, next Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Evil Ted Live. See you guys. And probably I'll probably see Alien Earth, and we'll talk about that too. Take care, guys.